can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an
Wife
entertainment
says, no,
podcast
Gabriel, leave.
brought to you
Listen,
by
listen,
Going
listen.
Great Productions. I'm one of your co-hosts, and my name is Robbie. And
Let the
today,
boy watch.
it's Spooktober Part 2, the final Spooktober of the year. Depending on next week, but we'll see. The winner of Spooktober Part 2 was the 1991 Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay, The Silence of the Lambs, based on the novel by Thomas Harris, screenplay by Ted Talley, and directed by Jonathan Demme. Shout out, stop making sense. Alongside me is the cousin Benny. How we feeling? Spooky or
I'm
dooky?
scared. I'm scared. I'm a little dooky too. But Robbie, you got a little something on your hair right there.
Where?
Looks like somebody threw something at you.
Oh, good one. Good one. Good one. It's a booger. It was a booger. And alongside the cousin, myself, good friend, co-host Ryan. How we feeling? Spooky or dooky?
I'm gonna go with spooky. And let me ask you a question. What did Multiple Miggs say to you? He hissed at you. What did he say?
He said he could smell my cunt.
I myself cannot. Uh, so, like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch, and we typically watch movies that one or all of us haven't seen, typically, popular movies, like this week. So for Spooktober, the fans voted, and Silence of the Lambs won pretty convincingly, I think. Um, and I think I know, surprisingly, I haven't seen this movie. I don't know about you guys. Who hasn't seen it?
I have not.
I haven't.
Whoa,
It's
three for
a rare
three. Oh my
a rare
goodness.
three for.
Yeah, look at that. All right. So, um, if you want to get involved and, I don't know, let us know that we should watch it again for whatever reason, because we missed something or we hit the nail on the head, whatever. Send us an email, ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, get involved in the votes every Friday, and send us a message there if you're too lazy to send an email. Also, Benny, tell them where else they can follow, like, and do all that fun stuff.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube at Let the Boys Watch. We upload all of our episodes there in video form. So if you want to see our beautiful faces, you want to see my very Halloween-inspired black and orange Mets hat, it's on YouTube. We got playlists of all the movies we watched, of all the TV shows we reviewed, and also a couple exclusive videos that we did for the boys and the bear. So give us a follow on YouTube. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah, maybe some other exclusives coming soon. We'll see. There's a couple shows coming out. Let us know. Maybe there's something
We'll
you want us
see.
to cover. I don't know. We'll do what we want. Um, but we have a bunch of segments that we'll get to, and every week we start either with our history of this movie or I don't know why we didn't see it, what the deal is. And since all of us, shockingly, haven't seen it, does anyone want to start with like why did it take 30 plus years to see this movie for you?
Well, Ryan, I mean, you've always seen everything we've watched, so why don't you start us off? This is new ground for you.
I have no good answers. I don't know why I never watched it. I know it was a good movie. A lot of people told me to see it. I mean, it is definitely in pop culture. I know several of the scenes because of either parodies of it or just people talking about it or whatever. I don't have a good reason. I wanted to watch it and just never did. It just kept falling off my radar. But I'm glad we watched it because I've been meaning to see it for like 20 years. So
So this is probably a stupid question, but have you seen any of the other in-universe stuff, like any of the sequels or the TV show or anything like that?
no, because all those things too, I was like, I'd watch that, but I
I
gotta
haven't
I gotta
seen. Yeah.
watch the first one first. Or at least check out like Manhunter, which was like the first one in this universe. But no, yeah, I haven't seen anything. Well, we'll get to it, but I'm kind of curious to see maybe some of the other stuff.
Yeah. Robbie, what about you?
Probably just stubbornness, maybe. I don't I've never been a big fan of Anthony Hopkins or Jodie Foster, so it never really intrigued me. I guess just, I was young when it came out. Wasn't really too intrigued with the like psychological thrillers. Maybe as I got older, yeah, of course. But I don't know. Just after a while, it's just like, well, I haven't seen it this long. What's another 30 more years? So I figured it is what it is. Again, I didn't want this to win. I voted for The Conjuring. I'd rather see something like that, something more spooky, but this is a cool psychological thrill. So I definitely thought it was good, but no, it just stubbornness and my lack of affection for Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you know the list of movies that I haven't seen, like I don't think that this would be a surprise that I haven't seen this movie. I mean, for most people, I think it would be shocking, but this is kind of like Robbie said, just stubbornness and not something that, you know, just ever came across as something that I wanted to watch. I'm not like a horror movie guy or a spooky movie guy, and that's where I kind of thought this movie was. I didn't necessarily think it was what it actually ended up being, but yeah, I just kind of put it in a box, I guess, of a movie that I just didn't think that I was gonna like.
Yeah. Yeah, sort of same. I think I'm not opposed to horror movies, but it's not something that I seek out. So it has to be, I feel like, really good for me to be like, all right, fine. Or like people like, no, you have to watch it, which people said about this movie. But I'm sure we'll get to it, but this isn't really a horror movie, at least not to me.
No, I thought it was, but or something that along the lines of like not a slasher, but like a type of movie where someone's on the run from a killer for the whole movie. So that's not what this was, obviously.
Right. But I don't know. It's classified as horror thriller, so whatever. I'm sure some people know better than us, but
I mean, we famously don't know anything, so.
that's true.
That is true.
Um, should we do some overall impressions and scores? Does anyone want to start?
Again, I mean, I feel like we're in rare air when you haven't seen something, so I'd like for you to start us off.
Sure. So again, I mean, there's only a few movies that have went 5 for 5 with the Oscars like this. I think One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and then another one from the 30s or 40s, I think, maybe 50s, something. Doesn't matter. Um, so this movie is definitely good. And I think if I did see it in the 90s, I probably would like it more. It's not that I didn't like it. I did. I enjoyed it. I think the performances were fantastic. The cinematography was fantastic. I loved how he was, when he framed, whether it's him or the director of photography, whatever, framing a lot of times where Hannibal Lecter is looking directly at the viewer, and then, other characters are kind of looking just a little bit to the side. So it felt like he was taught, like stuff like that. Loved it. The score was fantastic, creepy, but like beautiful at the same time. Um, and I liked all the other characters. Buffalo Bill, fantastically weird character. But I was kind of like hoping to be scared, and I just like wasn't like a little creeped out, I guess. And I know my wife didn't watch it with me. 'Cause she's like, I already seen that. It's creepy. I don't want to watch that. And after I finished, she was like, "Are you so creeped out?" And I was like, "No." She probably thinks I'm a psychopath.
Did she vote for it?
Yes.
Checks, man.
Listen, I can't control it. You saw, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? I said I was gonna get a divorce because she voted for some stupid thing.
Yeah.
She wrote in
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, to write in Mickey Mouse. Um, but yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed a lot of this. It did not blow me away like I kind of hoped it was going to because of how highly regarded it is. I mean, it's, again, it won all the Oscars. It's like number 23 or something in the IMDb top 50. Um, I assumed again that it was gonna be again, like I'd leave it and be like, holy shit, that was fucking awesome. Like, why did I wait so long to watch this? But
Wrong.
I didn't. What? Wrong.
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 Habitual line stepper. Um, again, I think it's a really, really good movie, but it did not blow my socks off. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm glad I watched it. Yes, everyone who said that Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter is fantastic. Yes, I thought, I don't know, I don't he didn't win an Oscar for it, but I thought that Buffalo Bill was an amazing character, very well done. And I feel like maybe he gets a little less shine because of Anthony Hopkins, but whatever. Um, again, overall, very, very good movie. Maybe it gets so much like praise because it was like early in this string of like psychological thrillers that came after it. I don't know, but didn't blow my hair back like I expected it to.
Robbie, what about you?
Same. I thought it was a good movie. Yeah. The first hour was kind of a little slow-ish for me. The last hour was fantastic. I mean, it really picked up the pace. Performance was good. I do not think Anthony Hopkins should have won Best Actor. That was more of a supporting role for me. What do I know? He was very good. Jodie Foster, I don't like Jodie Foster. There's just something about her. She was good. Supporting act, I mean, best actress, eh, I don't know. Best picture, I don't know either. I mean, I don't know. It was a good movie, right? The last, like I said, the last hour was suspenseful and had me on the edge of my seat. Some scenes, I do think Buffalo Bill was fantastic. I wasn't expecting his tuck. That was the scariest part of the movie, I think. So that was scary. But no, I mean, again, still great performances. That's my opinion about best, the best actor and actress. What do I know? Again, but I thought Anthony Hopkins was great. I really enjoyed it. Jodie Foster, for all my, dislike of her, I thought she was good as well too. Again, like Ryan said, cinematography, score was fantastic. I did love how they looked into into the camera or to the side of the camera with the close-ups. That was great. There was some scenes that really caught my attention that I enjoyed. Uh, but like the 26th ranked movie on IMDb. I mean, rankings, whatever nowadays. But yeah, I don't know. It was good. It wasn't great. I enjoyed it. But I don't know. All I gotta say is really Hannibal Lecter, great guy,
Great
LA
and
guy.
great.
decent movie. The late great Hannibal Lecter, great guy.
What does he think like happened to him? I don't understand why he brings him up at all.
I have no idea. He's a psycho. Um, yeah, I'm kind of in the same ballpark as you. I try to the both of you. Um, I feel like this movie is hurt for us watching it for the first time 30 years later. I could see the influence that this movie had on, movies going forward and why it was so highly regarded at the time. You guys mentioned a lot of the stuff that was great about this movie, the performances, the characters. I feel like it was a little all over the place at some points. Um, you know, I am I gonna ding it for that? Probably not, but I'm trying to go into the ranking and the review based on what I think was so influential about this movie, and I think that I see it. I really don't think that we would see anything if we go back before this movie came out, anything like this. So for that, I got to say that I think this was a really great movie. Um, kind of wish that I had watched it earlier, but again, I'm an idiot, so I don't know if I would have appreciated it. Maybe 5, 10 years ago, but. All in all, I thought it was really good, and you guys hit on all the parts that were fantastic about this movie, so I won't retread that. But yeah, I think I'm going to end up with the same feelings as you guys, but maybe try to appreciate it, looking back.
Yeah. I think it doesn't not hold up. Like I think because we all said like, so many years later, it's not like it's, I think like extremely, I don't know, bigoted in any way or like something crazy that it's like, wow, that was I mean, that flew back in the 90s, fine, but it's not okay now. But I think it was fine. No
Yeah.
real issues. It just, I maybe we got like in our, at least in my mind, like it wasn't as impactful because of so many similar-ish type movies that came after it, like a Seven or something like that, a movie like that where I watched that early and really loved it, and I'm impressionable as a teen. So yeah, you also tie in the nostalgia to it. But I don't know.
But I mean, something like Seven was probably heavily influenced
Oh, of
by this
course.
movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many movies that came after it that maybe I might say, oh, I like that more. But this is like broke ground on this type. Not that it's the first thriller ever, but it was
Yeah.
definitely like maybe the popularity of it kind of broke ground and made it so that you know how movie studios are. Once something makes money, they're like, let's go,
15
join
of
the
these.
gold rush. We got to do
Yeah.
it. Oh, superhero movies. All right, let's make a fucking million. So, I just
I
wanted.
think this movie probably broke ground with somebody getting, chasm thrown in their face.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen that before or
I
after.
did not expect that to happen. I
I mean, you've seen
100%.
it before.
Go
I
ahead,
think you've
Rob.
definitely seen it before. Yeah, you
In
definitely
a
seen it
movie?
before.
In a movie
Not,
though?
but I mean,
In
some of the movies
4K?
some of the movies you watch, on your computer, maybe
Hey,
some
hey,
sites, some illegal sites.
that's on my other podcast. Let the boys whack.
I love it. Um, Maybe I'll save my point for later. Let's get to some scores. Um, does anyone want to go first with their score?
Rob?
I mean, I guess. Again, there was some scenes in this movie that I loved, some performances that I loved, but there were some performances that were ouch. Uh, I'll name a few in my least favorite actors because look out some of these performances. Um, but yeah, no. Again, like Benny said, it was definitely groundbreaking for the time being. I don't think there was anything like that being put out in a movie theater. It's probably, you're just coming out of the 80s where you had crappy movies like Back to the Future and stuff like that and you know, informative, spellbinding movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So I understand where everybody's coming from, but these kind of movies I do enjoy. I don't see a lot of them. Like I never saw Seven, so I don't know what that's about, um but again, like this is a good movie and I enjoyed it. Again, I'm kind of being a hypocrite for like, did it deserve Best Picture? Did it deserve Best Actor and Actress? I mean, these performances are great, please, like I said before. Uh, but again, the first hour was kind of a little much. Jodie Foster's accent was horrendous. So I'm gonna have to give this movie an 8.3.
Ryan, you want to go?
Sure. I had a tough time scoring this one because I was absolutely letting um like not I mean no one's influencing me. No one gives a shit what I think. But like I'm just thinking like all right, it won all these awards. It's highly regarded. It it's clearly a very good movie, whether I like it or not. So like how do I score this? And I was like, getting close to nines and stuff. And then I'm like, all right, well, I gave Beetlejuice last week an 8.8. Is it better than that? And I don't like doing that. I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna go kind of in the middle there and just say 8.5. Um, Again, very, very, very good. It's hard. I'm having a tough time like with that score and just in general because I realize that it's a very good movie, but I also don't like some things about it. And I was just like, okay, like at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having the same issues with you as far as like my scale and all that stuff, but like I've said a few times before, like I just have to leave that all behind and just go with what I feel in the moment. And I'm gonna go 8.8 with this. I
Wow.
definitely, I know, I see. There's nothing I could point out and say like this was bad. This didn't make sense. I mean, like there's nothing I could really say about this movie that's like gonna tear it apart, or this could have been better, or that could have been better, or I wish they didn't do this. Like I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, like I think the sum of this movie's parts just make it a really great movie. Maybe it's just not my speed in certain areas, but I don't want to ding it for that. So, I like Jodie Foster in this movie. The accent, I mean, yeah, it wasn't the best for me. It just for some reason just wasn't hitting. It felt so forced. So yeah, I go 8.8 because I want to give this movie the respect that I think that it deserves, and then the influence that it had going forward. I enjoyed it. I didn't really feel like I was looking for the time at any point. When the movie finished, I was like, okay, very solid. Yeah, 8.8. I'll leave it at
Yeah.
that.
I think this movie was one of the first for me that really suffered the high expectations. Like
I
I
was just gonna I was just gonna bring that up too, where I was gonna say like last week was the movie that I watched that was like all this hype around it, and I thought over delivered, and this was the opposite of that, where it was all the hype, and I think I expected more than what I got.
yeah, like the way people talk about it, it's like I thought I was gonna like finish watching the movie and like keep the lights on and like be like all fucked up for a few days because it was that creepy. And maybe in 1991 it was, everyone's the stock market's up, everyone's making cash, like things are
No,
good.
please.
And then, Anthony Hopkins comes in, people are getting jizz thrown in their face. Wild. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's
I
what happened with me, to be
I
honest.
think I think too we've been a little desensitized by having a sociopath in our life every day for the last 10 years. That like a sociopath just is not gonna do much for us anymore. We're used to living with that.
Could be. I don't
Late
know.
grade. 8-8 for the late grade. Hannibal Lecter.
The late, great Hannibal Lecter.
They all hated
Um,
him.
I
Dr.
don't
Hannibal
get
Lecter.
I don't get it. What whatever. His brain is ridiculous. I just want before we get into our segments, we were talking quickly about Oscars. I just want to just we don't have to spend too much time on this, but um best director, I could see this, but John Singleton was nominated. Oliver Stone for JFK.
Same.
Um Barry Levinson. Bugsy. But like best actor, Robbie, you were saying, I agree with you. He's the star of this movie, or one of the stars, but he's a supporting actor. He's in it for like 14 minutes.
Yeah. I don't get that.
I don't get that. Whatever. It is what it is. But he beat out Robert De Niro for Cape Fear, Robin
Ooh.
Williams, Nick Nolte, Warren Beatty. Um, and supporting actor Jack Palance for City Slickers. Nothing
What a
against
joke.
him, but that's
Like a
ridiculous.
lifetime achievement. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Whatever.
What was De Niro? Okay, Phil, what was Robin Williams?
Fisher King.
Never seen that.
We should do a Robin Williams week because I love him.
I I mean De Niro and Cape Fear, I feel like he was fucking great in that movie.
Awesome in that movie.
Like way better. I could say definitely way better than Anthony Hopkins in this movie.
I don't know. Yeah, like I agree with you, but
As far as like an overall like full movie, like supporting actor, that's Anthony Hopkins in the bag. Jack Palance, take a hike, who cares? Go back to Batman. We don't care, but we don't want to see you. Um, but yeah, that's a supporting role. It's not a lead actor. Jodie Foster was a lead actress in this movie. I don't know.
I don't know. But like, do you guys kind of speak staying on with Anthony Hopkins, like whether it's versus De Niro or whomever? He's like on these lists. I'm doing all this research for the show, and he's like, number one villain of all time, Hannibal Lecter in this movie. And I'm like, I get it, but like I don't get it. I feel like there's other villains that, at least in movies I've seen, that have been better. He was absolutely fantastic, but I feel like maybe I'm missing something. Like, is there something that not understanding that. I don't know.
I think I really think it's like people growing up and seeing this for the first time, whether it's kids or, you know, teens or college students or even like, you know, those shitty baby boomers like ruining the economy one boomer at a time. But I just feel like it's like all like again, it's all nostalgia stuff. Like I think, like we said, like you desensitized to this stuff. Like if you watch it now,
A
it's
bit.
like, okay, I've seen this 30 times already. Like we said, like I've seen all this stuff. I get this story. You know, it's all over Dateline, right? It's all over uh the ID channel, you know,
Yeah,
girlfriend
true.
puts boyfriend in a suitcase and drags him all the way to Tahiti. So it's like, you know, you see these things and like again, like I don't want to poo-poo the movie because like Benny said, I feel like that was groundbreaking for the time being. I feel like nothing was coming out like that. You know, yeah, they had Manhunter, you know, in the 80s, but I feel like this was few and far between uh in the early 90s. Really, like you said, Bugsy, like come on. Movies like that. And you know, I can't bash it. I haven't seen it, but still, like so I understand, but I definitely think it was like a lot of people that are, you know, scoring this high or saying that he's the number one villain is have seen it back then, or you know, some film school snobs that want to be cool and hip and you know want to be with the crowd. So I don't know, or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the jabron. Who knows? But I mean, if I saw it in 91 or 98, maybe I'd have a different tune. But as of right now, you know, it's good to me, but maybe not that great.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, speaking of actors and actresses, you guys want to do least favorite or most favorite character in Silence of the Lambs first?
Quickly, I'm sorry.
Please.
I do want to shout out. I do want to shout out how brilliantly done some of the stuff was in this movie. Like when she poo-poos in the FBI training scene when she doesn't check her flank or whatever, or you know the back of her head, and the
Yeah.
entire time in the one scene you're like, "Fuck! Oh no, this is gonna something's gonna happen." Because so I do love the callback stuff like that. Some of that stuff was really really well done. I mean, really great scenes. I don't want to again. This is a very good movie to me, and I enjoyed it. Would I watch it again? Yeah, I would watch it again. So
Same.
I'm not sitting here poo-pooing it. I'm just trying to come to grips, like you said, Ryan, with like this guy's a great villain, number one villain of all time, you know, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're on the same page. Like, this is a very good film, but it wasn't what we kind of expected based on reviews and recommendations and such. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, I was the same way when she's in there, and I'm like, oh fuck, she's gonna get it from back here.
yeah, yeah. I do have some takes with that scene, but
Okay. All right. Well, good. Let's save scenes for later. That's what they call a tease. So let's do characters. Do you guys want to do least favorite or most favorite first?
Least.
Hit us off, Benny.
Uh, there was a couple, but I'm gonna go with Miggs. I mean, what an absolute
What?
psychopath. Come on. I like you really got to be throwing your man juice at somebody's face that you just met. I mean, have a little decorum. What do we
when's the
like?
last lady he's seen? He probably hasn't seen a lady in years.
But you're not going to get her into the cell like that. I mean, come
He
on, what are you
wants to impress. He
doing?
wants to
Play it
impress. Show the
cool.
skills.
Play it cool, cowboy. What are we doing here? Yeah, I mean, there's part of me that like wanted him in the movie more, but he's just like in it, throws his treasure chest, and then silently kills himself off screen. So, uh, I mean, great character, I guess, but also kind of like just disgusting and vile.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, also give the man his flowers. What a throw.
I mean, listen.
Accuracy.
I mean, in a time before Call of Duty, there's not many things you could practice with, and he was right on the mark.
Oh, right between those bars too. He didn't even touch a bar.
As
They
one
really
magic loogie.
needed they needed a scene showing me that she cleaned that off because that was disgusting. I felt like she just walked outside and was just like, I'm gonna go in my car now.
Maybe she's used to. The casting director was Harvey Weinstein.
Whoa.
Got him.
Ouch.
Got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
We got him.
him.
Was it real quick? Wasn't it so stupid that he just Hannibal Lecter just talked him into killing himself? That was
I
dumb.
know. And how did he swallow his tongue?
I don't know. Let's see. That whole part was stupid.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Um. All right.
He's
I'll
got
go.
a
I'll
weak
let.
will, and that's why he's my least favorite character.
What?
He's got a weak will and low
Yeah.
constitution. That's why he's
Yeah.
my
Come
least
on.
favorite.
That's how you got captured in the first place. Stupid.
Exactly.
Um. But I'll go next. I'll let Robbie have the turn. Um. I'm gonna go with, and this might be a controversial pick, but it really annoyed me. So when Jodie Foster finally gets into James Gum or whatever his name is, Buffalo Bill's house, and she finally, reaches Catherine Martin in the basement. Catherine Martin yells at her, "Don't leave me here, you fucking bitch." And I was like, "Yo, she's trying to save you."
I know.
I mean, if I if I was in a pit for several days putting lotion on myself
Not
and
eating.
eating chicken bones, I'd probably be cursing at people to get me out of there too. But it was just, I felt like it was so unappreciative. Like, why are you calling her a bitch?
I know. You're using a hammer when you didn't need
Yeah,
to.
come on. You're the bitch. You're the one who got caught, stupid.
You're a bitch.
Yeah, you're the fucking idiot going and helping some guy in a van, creepy van with disgusting sofa, and then
Yeah,
Yeah,
going
you.
into the fucking idiot.
Why would you go in? You tell him to go in.
yeah,
Exactly. It's his car. Go in, you
yeah.
shut the door on him, and then he can go in the back. It's a van. Walk right through. Take a seat.
Help me with my couch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like Robbie's
Yeah.
saying, just go out the front door when he
Yeah.
pushes the thing in. Just whoop, whoop.
She got she got duffed in the head.
Yeah.
Shout out
Oh,
to
yeah, true.
Buffalo though with that should have been a seamstress. He already knew she was a 14 by just looking at her.
That's true. That was
She's got
good.
skills.
That's good.
Does.
And can we talk about the size 14? Like, is that really a size 14? Like, she's not.
No, I think
She's a very healthy looking woman.
that was a 91-14.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think the sizes have changed a little. But actually, also, what the fuck is a senator's daughter doing living in a hovel? Like, that wasn't it wasn't like a shithole, but it wasn't like the
Maybe they're not
nicest place.
maybe they're not estranged, but it's a strained relationship where she's like, I don't need your
Yeah,
help, mom. Like,
true.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm a junior senator.
yeah,
True.
I'm gonna
True.
go work at Price Chopper and I'm gonna, make it on my own.
Yeah. You fucking bitch. Robbie, what do you got?
Oh, I mean, the list can go on. Like it could be every horrible FBI agent that just looked at Jodie Foster in disgust with their terrible performance, every cop. But let me go with the Paul Krendler, Ron Vaughter as the annoying cop in the Hannibal Lecter scene when he kind of escapes and he's riding in an elevator with Jodie Foster. He's got that weird haircut. He's annoying, like when he's calling the agent, I forgot his name, it's like Agent Tate or something like that. And the way he's saying it, he's just a terrible actor. I forgot, but he just annoyed the crap out of me. He annoyed me in the elevator scene with Jodie Foster, and he annoyed me with like he's breathing a little bit, Agent Tate. He's still alive, Agent Tate.
Stay
It's
with
like,
me.
yeah, come on, stay with me. So I was like, get this guy off my TV screen. I mean, come on, Jonathan Demme. I mean, you had a fantastic, film career. Come on, give me somebody better than this. Where's the casting couch? Where's Harvey Weinstein when you need him?
Yeah.
Shout out.
So yeah, Paul Krendler, whatever your name is, I miss me. I wish your face was worn as skin. I'm sorry. Like there was a lot
I
of
agree. I'm gonna be honest with you.
terrible. Yeah, there was a lot of terrible police officers in this movie that were just horrible. Like the one guy that they came in with the bulletproof vest when that escape scene, and he's just as soon as he comes in, he's just pointing his gun up into the wall. Like,
The one
come
with his
on.
back turned.
Yeah, that guy.
Just
I was
looking at
like,
one spot.
who's up there? Fucking Batman? Like, what are we doing here?
All right, Tom, you got on top of just look on top of the door, and that's it.
Yeah, he might be up. He's a very big gymnast fan. He might be up there hanging from a chandelier.
Whatever you do, don't stop looking at the door jam.
So stupid.
Yeah. I wonder if because I don't know if we'll get into this later, but there's obviously the theme of Jodie Foster as a woman in this man's world. Do you think that they told the cops to act like just like Neanderthals, like just be as stupid hulking buffoons?
Could
I
be.
don't think so, but like maybe I don't know. Like really ham it up. I don't know. I
Somebody say ham.
ham.
Somebody say ham.
Ham.
I love
Uh,
ham.
Hamburgers.
I'm eating ham with the late great Hannibal Lecter.
the late great. He's not dead and he's not great.
And he's not real.
Bet he's
He's
not
not
real.
real.
Lion Kamala should get her head checked by Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
Late great. Um, Robbie, do you want to kick us off with Ani Menches? Because it sounds like you got a list.
Oh, Ani mentioned, yeah, I just, every cop in the scene, the guy with the horrendous. I thought Michael Jordan had a terrible mustache again. That one guy with that thin, long mustache was absolutely horrendous. I think that was Officer Tate McNugent. But let me get what's his name? Let me get Scott Glenn as Jack Crawford, probably one of the
Yeah.
worst head of like FBI guys of all time. Bumbling idiot, just at the wrong house. Um, Plans being, he thought he was, put Jodie Foster in there for no reason, an inexperienced agent. Uh, the plan backfired on him, with Jodie Foster, just all over the place. Just, he was just a bumbling idiot to me. Definitely, I think it was when he was at the wrong house that I had enough for
That
him,
sealed.
that I
Yeah,
wanted
it
him off
sealed
my screen.
his fate.
Yeah, and just being on a military plane for no reason.
I know, right?
As
FBI.
well. Like, what are we doing? Like, dude, this isn't a special operations in like Nicaragua or something like that. Like, calm down.
I kind of liked him. I liked there was a lot of things that they kind of did deftly in this movie, and I feel like his kind of arc where he liked Jodie Foster because maybe he wanted to smash and dash and pass, but then grew to respect her and like really like took her under his wing a little bit. I like that they did that. I mean, even like some of the transgender stuff that they talked about briefly, like I felt like for 1991, like that was kind of like handled nicely. So there was a lot of things that they handled kind of smoothly. Um, for the time, and I feel like his character was kind of like that, a fool, no doubt, ending up in California. But yeah, that I kind of enjoyed his character.
Well, I think in the book, I think that they had a little affair going on. So maybe
Canceled.
that's what I think. Someone say
Make
you
my
go to the FBI as a man, you come out as a woman.
They're doing the surgeries. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Benny. Like, I liked him in that role, but I also agree with Robbie, where especially the whole idea. Listen, all right, I get it that she is bait, and you look at the academy class. There's two women there. He picks one, thinking maybe she's more Lecter's type, and she does it like a pretty good job, like getting the information out of him, whatever. But I feel like at a certain point, it's like, all right, like let's have some experienced agents, even though there was a lot of dummies uh that were agents slash dummies that were cops in this movie. Um, but like they kept just being like, all right, yeah, go ahead. Like you're basically an agent now, even though you are still in the
Yeah,
academy. I just thought that was
like in
weird.
what world are you being sent out to deal with like these people as a trainee?
Yeah, like
The
maybe if
FBI, they're not sending their best.
no,
Someone say the stupidest.
yeah. So I agree with both of you there. Benny, do you have any Ani mentions for least favorite?
Not really, honestly. Maybe Senator Ruth Mar like she doesn't negotiate with terrorists, I guess, but to just turn face like when it's the first pushback she gets from this crazy psychopath, like it's just terrible negotiator when your child's life is on the line, which kind of maybe brings me back to the point where they didn't really have that great of a relationship and it was all an optics thing.
Could be. Yeah,
I think
like
it was
I
probably because
mean,
maybe re-election. She just want the re-election bid.
right. Yeah. You can't in the public eye, you can't appear to not like your daughter. 'Cause then people are
Behind the
gonna be like,
scenes, yeah, behind the scenes, she's if she dies, she dies.
Yeah, just forget about it.
Ivan Dragoing it. Um, all right. Yeah, I don't think I really have anyone to add, to be honest. Maybe the guy that owned um that self-storage place, he just seemed like a dickhead.
Oh, the driver. No, the driver was even worse.
The driver was a dickhead too, but listen, he's probably getting paid minimum wage to drive this jackass around. I wouldn't be fucking lifting or doing anything either. I'd be like, you
That's
want
true.
someone to lift things? Get a driver who's gonna lift things, or pay me
Yeah,
$3 more
give me a
an
raise.
hour. Yeah, but yeah,
Good call out.
no. I mean, I mostly liked everyone, I think. Um, any other Ani mentions from anybody?
I mean, yeah, the cast of characters of buffoons, like Robbie said, in the FBI, but oh, and
FBI
the
and the cops. They were
yeah, I
all
was gonna
dumb.
say the West Virginia cops too, like those guys, real jagaloons.
Yeah. The one like
Okay.
the I but it almost again, I didn't think of this before. I feel like the director or someone told them like just be big dumb morons because that's the I want it to be like they're just gawking at Jodie Foster and she's navigating, through this man's world here. So I don't know. I don't know again, I don't know if that's accurate, but I feel like they were all so dumb.
I can co-sign that as somebody that knows nothing about making movies. I agree.
Me too.
Cosign.
Sign me up for that.
All right, two cosigners. Wow, I'm gonna get a great interest rate. Um, all right, let's do favorite characters and Robbie with the turn. You go first.
Oh well, I can definitely go with the late great Hannibal Lecter. That's the last time I'll say it. I'll beat that Joker to the ground. But I could go with him. But I'm not going to go with him. I'm gonna go with Ted Levine as James Gump, aka Buffalo Bill. Um, just a fantastic performance by him. Shout out Monk. He was in Monk. So shout out to him. Different role, thank goodness. But I mean, just a menacing, scary, believable, absolute psychopathic serial killer. I mean, there was just some like, yeah, Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter, the late great. There were some scenes where he was, you know, menacing and scary, and it's like, wow, this guy's a different kind of psychopath. But there was some acting in this performance by Ted that really was just fantastic, just by just facial features, like the one scene where about the lotion when he's talking about the lotion scene and like she's losing it and he's kind of like feeling bad and you can see him like starting to cry a little bit, but then he just turned into an absolute lunatic. Or even the scene when like Jodie Foster sees him and like he's realizing like fuck, I'm caught. And she's realizing like that he's the killer. And there's nothing being said, but like his facial expressions and stuff like that is just it's just phenomenal. Like it's a shame that maybe I don't know, but it's a shame he didn't get nominated for at least a supporting actor. I don't know if he did or not, but he definitely should have. I mean, he was very, very, very good in this movie, and I was surprised at how good he was. Like you've always heard, like things in pop culture about Buffalo Bill and something like that, and even that dance sequence that's been popping up on Instagram every once in a while recently in the past. I mean, amazing performance. I was coming in here thinking that Anthony Hopkins was gonna blow me away, and he was great. But Ted Levine as Buffalo Bill, outperformed his metrics, and I thought he was fantastic and really really scary and really believable as the psychopathic serial killer in this movie. It was a great job.
Yeah. Strong cosign.
Oh my God, my interest is gonna go through the roof. Great.
Looking at Prime +2.
Oh my God, forget it. Southampton, here I come.
Um, oh wait, before we move on, I have a question. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
That was crazy.
I'd
That was
fuck
so
you.
I'd
creepy.
fuck me. That's one thing. His performance was fantastic. His voice was a little much, a little
Yeah.
over the top, and it almost kind of comical. And maybe it was supposed to, but like, oh, it puts the lotion on its skin. All right.
Have they found the killer yet? Any fingerprints?
Any fucker. He's
A
flipping
tough
through the
crowd around. A
cards.
tough crowd.
Why didn't he just like went like just go the gun was on the stove like the second because before she even unclips, he should have just got her.
I
I
know.
don't know.
Stupid.
Also bumbling fool. Um, I can get to that later, but definitely bumbling idiot.
Yeah. Um, oh, it's my turn. So with my first pick off the board, I mean, I have to take him. So Anthony Hopkins as Dr. Hannibal Lecter, aka Hannibal the Cannibal. Um, I mean, again, his performance was absolutely electric. It just I thought Ted Levine's was better. Like he was more intriguing to me. He was scarier to me because he felt more unpredictable. Whereas, I mean, you know, Hannibal is clearly an absolute psychopath and like some of the stuff he did and talked about, I feel like in real life might have been scarier because it's like, all right, Buffalo Bill's just a crazy person. I'm gonna go this way. But like I'm also intrigued by Hannibal and like that's kind of what Jodie Foster was. Like that's why she told her all that stuff. I mean, yeah, it was the quid pro quo and everything, but yeah, fantastic performance, creepy. Um again think I was coming in expecting, you know, just the best performance I've ever seen and it was very, very good, but I was a little let down. That's all.
It almost felt a little over the top.
I mean, I think all the performances were a little over the top,
Yeah,
right?
true. Yeah. But like you said, I was kind of expecting like this masterclass
Yeah.
from him, based on how people talk about it. And I definitely see it. I'm not going to say like, oh, it could have been a
Oh, yeah.
million different other people that played this role or,
No, I don't think
don't do this
anyone
or don't do
else
that.
could have played this
Yeah,
role. Like,
no,
at least not any of the ones that they were like, oh, this one was considered for this. No,
he was,
fantastic.
it was iconic, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this is top performance of all time type thing.
Yeah, it wasn't like caps lock iconic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Capital I, that's it.
Well, now quickly, sorry. Now I know why uh DJT loves the late great Hannibal Lecter because he's just dropping quid pro quos everywhere. I forgot about that.
He's a
So
big quid pro quo guy.
Could be.
yeah, huge guy, huge.
Maybe he finally Googled quid pro quo, and he saw the scene. He was like, "This is my guy." Like, great.
And then he like clicked on his Wikipedia and saw like that he was dead, and I'd say late great.
Yeah.
Um, for my favorite, I'm gonna put some respect on her name and say Jodie Foster. Um, I feel like she was very good in this movie. I didn't love the um accent, but I enjoyed her reactions to things and like those little things that make an acting performance great. I think she did really well. Um, the facial features, the reactions to the things that Anthony Hopkins was saying, just her whole kind of story in general. I mentioned it with Anthony Hopkins, and you said that everything was kind of over the top in this movie, and I could probably say that about her too. But looking back on it, if that's you're right. Like a lot of it was just kind of like '90s, like in between the like really classic overacting of like earlier movies and now where everything's like super realistic. So it's kind of in that middle. So maybe that's why it feels a little overacting, but while not being one way or the other. But I think she was really good, and I think she definitely deserves recognition for this movie. I don't know if I've really seen her in anything else. This might be one of the few movies I've seen her in, and if I have, it's probably not in like a lead role. So it made me interested to see kind of what else that she's in, and kind of see, she's obviously one of the top actresses of all time. Like she's always getting respect and nominations for things. So I'll say that she was my favorite character.
I mean, it's a good choice, but I'm also kind of with Robbie and with you, where it's like, um, I don't know, just something about her I don't love.
I'm
I
telling you, it's
don't.
the accent.
Yeah, I guess maybe
She
that was
doesn't
it.
have that accent. It's so much better.
Maybe.
But yeah, that too. But like, I didn't like her in Inside Man. I didn't like her in Contact. Um, I don't know. Just something about. I don't know. I don't know. Something about it. Inside Man. I don't know. Sorry, Jody, for listening. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll
Come on
come
the
Jody,
show.
come on the
Defend
come on
yourself.
the
talk to us.
show with just me. We'll do a one-on-one.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. Well, you're the podcast. You can just talk to her about.
That's true,
Let the
because
boys
she didn't.
whack.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what happens next. My other wildly
Oh,
famous
sure.
podcast.
other.
Yeah, because she was on in the sequel, so we could have talked about that.
Yeah.
She got recast by
Yeah,
Julianne Moore.
but supposedly the reason why she wasn't in a sequel because it was just an outlandish plot. The first plot
I saw
where they
the
fall.
not.
You saw that where they fall in love and like
No,
I
I
don't
didn't
know. It
see
was
that. I
weird.
just saw the plum scores were not good.
Yeah, was that Red Dragon?
I think it's just Hannibal.
I think it's Hannibal, I think.
What I
Yeah,
saw? I think I saw Red Dragon. I think that's one with a
that's the
friend of the program, Ed Norton.
prequel, I think.
Yeah, you saw Ed. You know Ed Norton, Benny from 25th Hour.
Yeah, yeah, he gets bit by the
Oh,
dog.
yeah.
He only got 25 hours to live.
That's a Halloween movie.
Yeah,
Please.
we should have did that.
It's true. Um, all right. Ani Menches. What do you guys got?
Let me give an honorary mention to my guy. Let me pull up his name again. I lost it when I was doing a deep dive in Jodie Foster here. Charles
Oh,
Napier as Lieutenant Boyd. Boyd. I feel like he showed up in. He's the general in Austin Powers, right?
he's in a
Yeah,
bunch of stuff.
Yeah, like he's
yeah.
just got he's like one of those character actor guys that I don't know. You see his face, you're like, oh, that guy, nice. So I'll give a shout out to him. Rough death scene. Feel bad for the guy, but he got fooled very easily. Just another one of those bumbling idiots at the FBI.
Oh my
Not the
God.
real FBI, if you're listening. Not you guys are great. The fake
Not you,
FBI.
please.
The
Not you, James Comey, if
FBI.
you're listening.
I mean, James Comey.
No, just kidding. Shout out. Shout out J. Edgar. Fantastic.
Um, agree. Napier, good, but yes, dumb. Um, I'll go. I gotta shout out my boy Frankie
Shout him
Faison.
out.
Love him, Barney, my man. Just
She.
he's just so good. I don't know. Love him.
I wish he was smoking a cigar like he was in Coming to America.
Yeah, you pulling that falling down the stairs shit on me. You conscious? Shit. It's a real
Um,
shithole. All right, I'm done.
I'll go with Brooke Smith as Catherine Martin. And I thought she was very good in this movie. Not a size 14 at all. Put some respect on her name, please. No, but she was good. I mean, the American Girl scene with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, fantastic. Love that little car scene. Her being an absolute idiot, getting into a car with a complete stranger who already looked like a fucking lunatic. So I didn't even know what you're thinking. But that just to go to show how nice and sweet and innocent she was, where it almost got her killed. But no, she did fantastic work in the little well she was in there when they showed the fingernail and she freaks out and stuff like that. And even like at the end when she was gonna um just completely rip, Mr. Bigglesworth's head completely off her body, which she should because that dog's ugly and annoying. Two things I hate: ugly dogs and annoying dogs. But she was good. She was very good in this movie. I enjoyed her. Haven't seen her in anything else, I don't think, but she was good.
She's in a bunch of stuff. I mean, not anything like Great. She was in a bunch of Ray Donovan episodes. She was in Interstellar.
I've seen.
Was she?
Yeah, just like a nurse, like not like a probably who knows if she even had any speaking.
Nurse
Uh,
in the Future.
yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything else, but like she's had consistent work, like almost 70. I don't know, even more, almost 100. So good for her. Love
Good
seeing
stuff.
people get work.
Me too.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna go with maybe the most annoying character, but a good character because he was so annoying. But Anthony Held as Dr. Chilton.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
is
right.
great.
I forgot about him. I wanted to put him as my
Yeah.
least favorite for being a slime ball.
He's totally a slime ball. And so like when they were all the reporters are outside and he's like trying to like pump air in his own tires and all that stuff. Perfect scumbag. But he was good, like good character to hate. Kind of like, oh, this fucking guy every time he comes up.
Yeah, he was great.
But like that's what's funny about this movie and movies that do this, but like you're like rooting against this guy because he's mean to Hannibal Lecter, who's an absolute psychopath.
Right.
You're just
Yeah.
like, all right, whatever. Any other Ani mentions for favorite characters?
The military plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
cause. Just cause why?
Because what?
Yeah. Why? I mean, we're just trying to catch a serial killer.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Wasn't it like, well, it was the senator's daughter, I guess that amped it up a bit. Uh, whatever. Um, all right, let's do favorite scenes. Does anyone want to start?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I feel like because there's a lot, I'm not gonna really upset anybody by taking what I take. But give me the escape scene for Hannibal Lecter. I mean, that was so well done. I don't want to. I won't go. I'll leave kind of some of the other stuff for you guys if you want it. But um, you see him take the pen, and then obviously he breaks off the little piece of it so he can get out, and he's luring them in, and just he's so masterful with the way he manipulates people. But yeah, I mean, give me somebody biting someone's face off all day long. I want to see that every day in every movie. Uh, and then handcuffing our guy to the Boyd to the is it Boyd or whatever his name is, and he gets out. And it was just I was wondering how he would do it and he played them both like fiddles, and I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Okay. Um, fantastic
Boyle.
scene.
Sorry.
Oil. Yeah.
Boyle.
Boyle, thank you.
Oil. But I have two problems with that scene, even though it was a great, fantastic scene, him escaping. They don't show you him getting the pen. How the fuck did he get that pen? He's in a straitjacket and is tied
That
to
is
the
true.
to
That is true.
the
I didn't think
thing
about that.
with the meth. My only assumption is that Chilton leaves him and he says, Barney, like clean him up. So maybe they took him out for a little bit. That's the only thing I could think of. But the pen was on the bed, so
Or maybe Barney hates Chilton and he sees how badly he treats everybody, and Barney hooks him up.
inside job. Okay. Very possible. Yeah, he's probably like, fuck this guy. Pays me nothing. I'm down here in this dungeon with these psychos. This fucking guy's throwing cum everywhere. Um, and then my second problem is why is there like 30 cops in the lobby and only two in the
Watching,
room with him? Stupid.
slacking off.
Yeah. So
They're all
dumb.
slacking off.
Dumb. But very good scene. Um, Robbie, you want to go next?
Sure, sure. Give me the I guess I have to it's a one long scene, so I mean I can't really break it out, but give me the Clarice Buffalo Bill cat and mouse game in the house. Um that had me on the edge of my seat because I didn't, I thought by Jodie Foster not being in the sequel, prequel, whatever, that she was gonna die in this movie. Um, it was just a fantastic scene. Very well shot. Loved it. So these those are my favorite kind of quote unquote scary horror movie scenes. The one that aren't as scary, like don't involve like an actual murder. It's just more of a cat and mouse type of game that's leading up to something where you don't know what's going to happen. The way it's shot and the music is tense. When he turns the lights off or he cuts the lights, I love that. And then he puts his night vision goggles on and just doesn't fucking do anything is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life because he has her. He has her. And it's just like, come in with the gun already cocked and ready to rock and roll. You have the advantage already because you have the night vision goggles on. So dumb, so stupid. Uh yeah, that was that annoyed me because it's just like, come on, like this isn't real life. But I get it. It's a movie. Jodie Foster has to live. But yeah, no, just the way it was tense, the lead up to it, the acting was great in the movie. No, it was a good little cat and mouse scene that I loved, and it was taking place in Buffalo Bill's little sex dungeon. So that was disgusting and great at the same time.
Yeah. Um, I liked their like how his whole house was set up, or technically the seamstress's house, I guess. But just a smattering of psychopath shit. Like he's got all the moths, crazy. He's got all the I don't know if this would get flagged, but the bedspread was pink, but it had the, symbol on it. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Like that's insane. And then all the stuff on the walls and like just it was like multiple psychopath things all over in this house. Loved it.
Yeah.
Um, um, I guess I mean those are two good picks. I think I'll just go with maybe Jodie Foster's first meeting with Hannibal in the asylum. Um, just I mean, fantastic acting, fantastic scene. Um, I loved that his they weren't bars, that it was glass, and I think I read that they did that for, shooting purposes, but it was just so perfect. And again, like we said before, with him looking directly in the camera was just a little creepy, but like enjoyable at the same time. Like I wasn't creeped out really, and maybe I should have been, but great scene.
Yeah, that was my first pick. And I changed it up to leave it on the table.
Oh, thank you. That was
You're
very
welcome.
nice.
Hey, thank you. Very nice of you.
What a guy.
What a fucking great
Please,
guy.
please, enough, enough, enough.
What a dick.
All right. I matches. What do you got, Benny?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. Come back to me on that.
Okay. Robbie, you got
All right,
anything?
yeah, I'll come. I'm here. I'll pick up the slack per use for the cuz.
You ready?
While he waits in the background. While he waits in the background. Um, no. Even just give me the autopsy scene. It's it could be least favorite, but it's not. It's a great scene. It's an emotional scene. It's also a creepy scene. You got that one piano player. I don't know what that lunatic was doing, that psychopath, the way he rips off the Undertaker's little bag, little body bag. That was a wackadoo. But it was cool, like putting whatchamacallit, underneath their noses, shooting, finding the little moth in the body. It's like, oh, here we go. All right, we're gonna, little clue here. So that was cool, but it just gave me two like different points of view. Like you have these people that are witnessing a dead body, like Jodie Foster. You see how much it's affecting her, but then you look at the two other guys where just a regular day in the office. And I always find that
Yeah.
so crazy to me, like how you can just see the nastiest, most disgustingest things and it not affect you. I guess, maybe in the beginning it would for some people, or maybe it never changes, but that fascinated me when I see stuff like that, like just a decomposed, skinned off body and just, people are just like, it doesn't even affect them. I'm fascinated by that. It creeps me out, but I just loved how emotional it was, how creepy it was, and then you get the juxtaposition of like people just like they're just sitting at a desk and on an Excel spreadsheet doesn't affect them.
Just inserting formulas into the body.
Yeah. Little VLOOKUPs, couple VLOOKUPs here.
um, I'll go. I mean, I feel like it's so iconic we can't not mention it, but Buffalo Bill's dance scene, like extremely iconic. Definitely like not expected. I did not expect to see the tuck. But fantastic. Just again, I'm shocked that he was not nominated for at least like supporting actor. He was so good in this. Whatever.
I give my honorary mention
Yeah.
to the face reveal when he when he's in the ambulance and he pulls off
Yeah.
the dude's face. I was like, oh man, that is I did not see that coming at all. I mean, obviously, as it came to that conclusion, like, oh wow, this is how he got out. I didn't see it coming before that. That was pretty wild because I really did think that that was him on top of the elevator.
Yeah. I mean, you really like 30 cops aren't like looking at this guy and are just like kind of look this looks fine,
But that's the
but
thing.
it's just like I don't know.
He's so jammed up.
I know.
He's jammed,
It's jammed.
jammed big time.
Yeah.
And
He's
they put
Janet.
the
And by
thing,
the way, like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
and they put the towel over his face immediately. So
Yeah, true.
he's jammed.
Jammed.
And like, what a fucking miracle worker Dr. Lecter is. Do all that to hang somebody up, gut his insides, and do all
in
that
like
stuff. I mean, forget about it, please. Forget about it.
in like 13 seconds.
Right?
Yeah. What are all the cops doing? That's like a fucking 7 month job he just pulled off.
Right? Insane. That's what I have to assume that there's like it's like a longer time period than we think. Cause like that's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff to do in like a few minutes. Throw a body on top of an elevator,
After
cut
you
a
cut his
guy
face
up
off.
after you cut his face off, cut another guy, haul his insides out, and then hang him up like this. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man,
How you
he
doing
works
that?
fast.
Like, strap him here, grab the flag. I
Yeah,
don't
do
know.
you
It's a
need a
lot.
pulley or
He
something?
needs somebody. He wasn't
A
3 feet
ladder?
and rising. He was up there.
Hey, listen, they're not just giving out doctorates to anybody.
That's
He's a
true.
smart man.
You're right. I forgot he's late. Yeah. That's why he's a late grade.
Yeah. He's not Mr.
Dr. Lecter.
Lecter. He's Dr. Lecter. Any other Ani mentions anyone wants to shout out?
I'll shout out the end. I thought that was cool. I thought his line was iconic, lowercase iconic. It's not caps, like iconic,
Yes.
lowercase. Where he said he's having dinner with an old friend, and then Bozo Barry gets off the plane. You're like, thank God. Good night.
And it was good. I loved that too, because like just the shot of him just like sauntering down like in his vacation outfit.
With that
Fantastic.
stupid
By the
wig.
way, yeah, exactly. Horrible. Yeah, Mr. Perfect. I don't know if my TV was wrong or if I had bad you know, internet. Was Dr. Lecter's suit a little dingy? Was it dirty or was that just was something wrong with my TV at the end?
I think it
I
was
don't
a
know.
That white linen?
I think it was a little dirty.
Maybe he had to crawl through a dookie pipe to get out of the country.
It's true.
Maybe.
Maybe he was in Guantanamo. Him, Red, Andy.
San
Where you
Juan.
going tonight, Frank? Dee.
My son. He's a
My son.
pilot. There you go tonight, Frank. Dick.
Any other honorable mentions?
I'll leave it at that.
That's like I feel like we need to make a category for just called "Where you going tonight, Frank?" Just to say that every week. All right, least favorite scenes.
Yeah, like that. Sorry, that's yeah, definitely add that. Like the most
Somewhere.
far-fetched thing in a movie.
Yeah.
That's the name of the category.
Okay. All right. We'll start it this week. We'll do it. We'll do it in a minute, couple minutes. Um, least favorite scenes. Who went last?
Oh, I thought we did this already. I went last.
Wait,
No, I went
no, we
first. I
did
went first.
favorite
I went
scenes.
first. Yeah, I
Yeah,
went first. You went last.
I did.
Yeah, because you picked. I left on the table for you.
You picked
All
the
right.
first introduction
Yeah, you're right. I'm
with
sorry.
Cannibal the Cannibal.
Cannibal. I'm sorry. So, least favorite scene. I think. Uh, I think I'm gonna go with. I don't want to take them all in case you guys are picking, but I think I'm gonna just take any flashback scene with Jodie Foster as a kid. We
That's such a great pick.
we didn't need any of those. Now, I enjoyed them. They were fine. They weren't like terribly acted or anything like that, but there was absolutely zero need. I think Jodie Foster and Hannibal Lecter talking about her life was more than enough to get the point across of, her mom died, her dad died when she was 10, whatever, and then just going into the whole thing with the farm and stuff. Yeah, at least if you're gonna give me a flashback scene, give me the lamb scene, which you didn't.
Good point. Great
Ooh,
point.
nice leg of lamb. Delicious.
Little mint jelly.
Please, please.
Great point. Great point.
Oof, I'm getting the vapors thinking about the Mangelli.
Cool off, cool off. This flower is
Uh,
wilting.
oof. Um, yeah, you can give it to me. The jizz in the face scene, please. Unexpected. I wasn't expecting a wad of jism squirts to hit somebody in the face, but here we are. Um, that's Caps iconic. I think that's an iconic scene everybody talks about. So yeah, yeah. A little jizz in the face on your first day on a job isn't something that you want to do. Thank God that's never happened to me before. Who knows if it will ever? One can only hope. But as of right now, it's never happened to me.
I've hoped we've advanced as a society that you're not getting squirts thrown on your face your first day on the job.
No, yeah, that's true. Thank God. Thank you. Thanks, Obama.
My least favorite was anything with the other female FBI agent. There was never any development of like their relationship. Like it just all felt so unnecessary. Like they had that one conversation and it was kind of unnecessary. Other than that, like she gave her the thumbs up at the press conference, and that was like it. Like so, I didn't understand why that needed to be in the movie, like their relationship, unless they were going to do something with it. So I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least like scissor each other, something like that.
So please,
Shout out.
this is a nationally syndicated program. You can throw out scissors,
I'm sorry. Goodness.
you get canceled.
That's on me. I meant actual scissors. There you go.
Oh, you do
Yeah,
some
like paper mache. Yeah, like paper mache.
Yeah.
papier
Like a
mache.
make.
Some
Yeah, like paper
scrapbooking,
mache.
maybe.
Maybe like a paper mask to reenact the lady great Dr. Mac.
Uh, yeah, I agree. To give me something, or just do you also notice like every time they did actually show them, every one of the other FBI agents was just
Staring.
just ogling.
The worst. The worst
Creeps.
agents ever.
Yeah. Do your job. You stay there to learn, not to ogle other agents.
Exactly. Good job.
Come on.
Do I have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Trying to think. I thought I had something lined up, and I guess. Oh yeah, shout out to Dr. Lecter, just nailing Jodie Foster's childhood trauma within like 15 seconds of knowing a shout out, Doc.
Oh man, I I should have done this Ani Menches. Like, he crushed her with your second rate shoes. Oh my God.
The answer's not on your second-rate shoes.
Got it.
He was like, "Yeah, you had two different accents, didn't you?" That's what he said.
Didn't you? Oh, so good. I think I just had it. Oh, I just want to call out. Did Jodie Foster, which I'll give it to Ani Menschli's favorite scene, did she just leave that poor girl's nude pictures just like on her dresser for her father to find at some point?
Yeah, she definitely did.
Put those back in the hiding spot.
I know, you weirdo.
Stupid.
What was the importance of that anyway?
She was
To
kind of
find that
making
it
that.
was, oh, sorry, basically to find like they're making connections, but it kind of revealed like he's cutting these people up to make a human skin, flesh, human doll, skin
Yeah,
doll.
but what did that
Because he
have to do with
opened,
the pictures?
I guess it was just part of like the scene. What do I know? You think you become Jonathan Demme, rest in peace?
I don't know.
I was thinking it was like like Robbie, I think is right, like where it's like showing this like he wanted to see her skin, I think.
Like they
Um
knew each other beforehand.
and they knew each
Well,
other, and that's where Hannibal was like he covets someone in his sphere. So like that's how
Hmm.
she started making those connections, and then once she got to the seamstress that they both like worked for, that's how she caught him.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a little fuzzy though, like what like did he take these pictures? Like were they for him?
That's what I'm
That I don't
saying.
know.
we
But
watching the
all
same
right.
movie, bro?
I don't
Bro,
think
we
so.
watching the same movie, bro?
No. I was watching The Sounds of the Yams.
Oh,
I
Thanksgiving movie.
wish, please. I wish. I wish.
Save that for November.
Oh my God. The November sweeps.
If there's not something on the internet about Silence of the Yams, I'm gonna be very upset.
Let's start making
Um,
it then.
yeah, that's gonna be our other podcast.
Sounds of the Yams.
Um,
Yeah, it's just a food podcast.
there's a song called Silence of the Yams.
Go
Uh,
check it out.
yeah. All right. Um, I guess let's move on. There's no other Ani mentions.
In the interest of time, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, let's go. How would you, we do this every week, how would you guys make this film better?
I think taking out the things that me and you talked about, Ryan, like the unnecessary like flashback scenes and the relationship with the other FBI agent, like it just didn't do anything for me. Didn't add anything.
Yeah, that was gonna be my answer. Maybe take that out and then add a little more Hannibal, a little more Buffalo Bill. But I feel like if you add too much to this, like it's just under 2 hours. It's a quick 2 hours or quick hour 58, whatever it is. If you go a little further than that, like into like 2:15, something like that, I think then it would drag a little. So I don't know. Maybe if you were gonna, because there's actually like a almost 15-minute other scene that they just cut out about um Jodie Foster getting thrown off the case and like the attorney general like giving him shit and all this stuff, and they just cut it all out because I
Good.
don't know, for whatever reason.
Didn't need it.
No. So yeah, I agree with that. Robbie, you got anything?
No, I agree with you. I just maybe more Tony Hopkins.
Oh,
Uh,
the other one. Sorry to piggyback on you here, but more Buffalo Bill too.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, like more like of his like seamstress work.
Yeah.
I
Little
would
fear,
watch that.
little Phantom Thread too.
Project Runaway, starring Buffalo Bill.
Oh, please forget about it. No, but yeah, more Tony Hopkins. The disservice to have him, uh, you know, so little in the movie. Same thing with like again, back to back weeks with people with phenomenal performances that were in the movie for like 15 minutes.
True. Yeah. Yeah, Keaton was only in for a few minutes too. Um, all right. So where you going tonight, Frank?
The 80.
To 80? What's the most ridiculous thing in this film? I think we might all agree on this.
Yeah, it's the plane.
Yeah, okay. I
What are
was
we
gonna
doing?
say
We rolling into the Gulf of Tonkin here? What are we doing?
it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Good choice.
What are
All
we
right, I'll
carpet
agree
bombing
with
some
it.
people? Come on, enough is enough.
Stop it. You got a gunner in there? You gonna gun down his
Yeah,
house?
exactly. What are you gonna blow the village up? What are you gonna blow in West Virginia to smithereens? I mean, that wouldn't be bad, but still.
Where you going in that plane, Frank?
Hang on tonight, Frank. This fork, it's cold. All right, let's wrap it up with
Real
America's
quick, I'm
favorite.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead, please.
No,
Oh,
again,
my
there
hand's
was no
up.
need to show that plane just do a complete, 97-degree angle, just blow off into the breeze. Like again, sorry, that plane scene was stupid. Jonathan Demme, I'm sorry. What we doing?
Agree. Um, all right. Yeah, so let's play America's favorite game, working overtime with Matt Damon. So we cast Matt Damon in a role we've invented or one that exists already. Um, I think Benny, why don't you start?
Oh boy. Oh, I don't even have a good one this week. Give me a middle-aged, look some grays in his hair, getting ready for
Mm.
the election in 1992. Matt Damon as president of the United States. After Jodie, we do have an extra 5 minutes of the movie. It's after uh, Jodie Foster gets the recognition she deserves for tracking down Buffalo Bill. He invites her into his office, and you see him pull out a cigar, and that's where the movie
Oh
ends.
no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Oh Lord have mercy.
Oh my goodness.
I thought you were going to say something worse. I thought they were going to talk about taxes, and he said, "I got this new slogan: no new taxes," and he just fucking burns his campaign to the ground.
Um, um, Agent Starling, you. Um,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Starling. Clarice.
give me a big
Oh
green
wow.
metal Matt
Jacket.
Damon as the plane. It's just his face on the front of the plane.
I love it.
That wouldn't even been far fetched.
No,
That would have been
that'd be
believable.
fantastic.
Me? Oh, you done?
Yeah, sorry, Robbie.
All right, please give me a uncredited layer of nothing. No performance. Just give me Matt Damon as Buffalo Bill's masterpiece. Just a big layer of Matt Damon's skin, already taken out, autopsied out, and just fleshed out. And just give me. I mean, who wouldn't want to wear a beautiful looking Matt Damon as their skin? I mean, it'd be the best kind of performance ever. Could you imagine the chicks I'd get if I was just wearing Matt Damon's face? Forget about it. So yeah, give me Matt Damon as just in an uncredited role as some skin, and we just wear him around like Buffalo Bill.
Love it. Matt Damon. Um, is there anything else that we need to say about this film?
One word answer or one number answer. A number from 1 to 10 on your interest of watching more movies in this universe. Ryan.
8. I'm into it.
Okay. Robbie?
4.
Really? I'm at a 6.
Because I've seen Red Dragon, so
Mm,
I was
okay.
as yeah, so I really wasn't as impressed.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm probably more interested in the books.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Again, I really liked it, and the characters are fantastic. I was expecting to get my balls blown off, and I barely got, I got tickled, but that was it.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah. Stupid expectation.
No, please. All I had to do was turn and cough. That was it.
All right, you're good.
All right, no, yeah, no hernias.
No, it is. Oh, okay. What about my other crippling pains? You're fine.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Uh, all right. Well, again, let us know, what if you think we missed something, or please explain to us like how seeing this film 30 years ago, maybe affected you and how you see this film. Is he the number one villain of all time? Whatever. Send us an email, um, ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. Send us a message on Instagram. Give us, I mean, you probably have our numbers. Give us a call. We'll
Call us.
talk about it. And if you're not doing all the other things, following us on all those places, do so. We appreciate the support. We will see you next week. Robbie, tell him good night.
Good night, Catherine. Please put the fucking lotion in the basket.
We could have caught Hannibal Lecter if Mike Pence had the courage.
Oh,
Oh, damn you, Mike Pence.
When I hear the sound, a rap at the door,
Late.
my
Go
young son
vote.
Gabriel
great.
walks in.
Yes, go vote.
My wife
Yeah,
said,
happy
"No,
Halloween,
can't
go vote."
believe it." I said, no.
Oh yeah, happy Halloween.
Let the boy watch.
Love you.
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father. The way he learned.